Parker Schnabel is facing one of the toughest seasons of his mining career. From the very start, every part of the operation has been tested. Logistical issues have caused his crew to work non-stop for 4 straight months, pushing themselves to the limit. Every day, the team battles the challenges of hauling pay dirt over long distances, moving massive amounts of material, and trying to maintain efficiency. Even with all this effort, the gold output has been low and inconsistent. For a miner like Parker, low is not acceptable. He has set ambitious goals and refuses to settle for average results. The Dominion Creek claim, which is known to have huge potential, has not yet produced the numbers Parker needs. The gold is there, but getting it out has proven to be a challenge. Despite consistent efforts, the results have been disappointing. To meet his aggressive goal of 1,000 ounces per week, Parker realizes that he must make significant changes. Efficiency is key, and every hour of operation counts. That is why he has introduced 2 massive A60 rock trucks to his fleet. These trucks are enormous, capable of hauling up to 600 yards of dirt per hour, almost double the capacity of standard mining trucks. This upgrade is a major step in his effort to reach the weekly target and secure the season's success. However, running these massive machines at full capacity is not without risk. Parker knows that a single mechanical failure could bring the operation to a complete stop. Despite the danger, he is willing to take calculated risks to keep production moving at full speed. His father has always advised sticking to manufacturer load ratings, but Parker often pushes beyond those limits to maximize output. It is a gamble, but for someone chasing such high numbers, it is necessary. The long cut at Dominion Creek requires massive amounts of material to be hauled from the downstream end. Every truckload must reach the wash plant, or the entire operation slows down. The pressure on the crew is immense. Every day, they face the possibility of mechanical breakdowns, extreme weather, and equipment failures. The gold yield fluctuates, and the long hours of work create tension and stress. Among the team is 22-year-old James CTS, a greenhorn miner operating one of the massive A60 trucks for the first time. Eager to prove himself, James takes on the challenge, but the learning curve is steep. Operating these trucks is a skill, and mistakes can be costly. During one of the long shifts, an alarm blares from James' truck. He immediately radios Mitch, who oversees operations, for help. The truck has suffered a serious failure. The companion flange connecting the drive shaft to the rear wheels has snapped, causing damage to the brake lines and hydraulic hoses. With 60 tons of pay dirt still loaded, the truck is immobilized. The crew reacts quickly, unloading the dirt to prevent further issues. Taylor, the lead mechanic, takes charge, replacing the damaged hydraulic lines and positioning a replacement drive shaft. Every step requires precision. Any misalignment could create more damage and cost even more time. The repair process is labor-intensive and stressful. While the crew works tirelessly, Parker must make tough decisions. With one truck down, the operation slows significantly. He temporarily shuts down one of the wash plants to focus on keeping production moving. This decision is necessary, but it comes at a cost. Thousands of tons of pay dirt are delayed, and the gold yield suffers. Despite the setback, Parker refuses to let the breakdown derail the season. Every piece of equipment is vital, and every ounce of gold counts. Once the truck is repaired, the operation resumes. Within 6 hours, the A60 rock truck is back in action, hauling dirt to the wash plant and keeping production moving. Parker's team works around the clock, aware that another failure could bring disaster. Overloading the trucks is risky, but it allows for maximum output. The pressure never stops, and the stakes remain high. Every decision Parker makes affects the success of the season. The season's midpoint reveals the results so far. Despite hard work and relentless effort, only 4,175 ounces of gold have been recovered. This is far below Parker's initial goal of 8,000 ounces. While it is an achievement, 2 consecutive weeks of declining numbers are a serious cause for concern. Parker understands that time is running out. Every ounce mined in the coming weeks is critical to achieving the season target. The team must increase efficiency, avoid breakdowns, and push through fatigue to secure the remaining gold. Parker's approach to mining has always involved risk. By pushing his machines beyond recommended limits, he maximizes output but also increases the chance of failure. The breakdown of one truck proves the dangers of overloading. Despite this, Parker remains determined. He knows that halting production or slowing down the trucks is not an option. The financial stakes are enormous, and the margin for error is extremely small. Every mechanical failure costs time, labor, fuel, and lost gold. The pressure is constant, and the operation must continue without pause. The crew's dedication is remarkable. Day after day, they work long hours in harsh conditions, keeping the massive machines moving and the wash plants running. Every task requires coordination, and Parker's team works seamlessly to ensure that efficiency is maximized. And precision. Any misstep could lead to disaster. Parker relies on his team, and the team relies on him. Together, they face the challenges of Dominion Creek, the long cut, and the massive A60 trucks. The work is grueling, the hours are long, and the risk is high, but the reward is worth it. Even with the setbacks, Parker remains focused on the end goal. He monitors every operation, evaluates every load, and adjusts plans to maximize efficiency. The grind never stops. The broken truck and temporary wash plant shutdowns are reminders of the challenges faced, but Parker is determined to overcome them. The fight for gold is relentless, and every decision, every ounce, and every truckload is part of a larger strategy to reach the season target. The story of this season is not just about gold. It is about determination, strategy, and resilience. Parker Schnabel faces logistical nightmares, extreme weather, and mechanical failures, but he pushes forward, making bold decisions to keep production moving. Overloading trucks, deploying massive machinery, and carefully coordinating every operation are all part of his approach. The risk is high, but so is the reward. The pressure to meet goals drives innovation, teamwork, and relentless effort. Despite the setbacks, Parker's focus never wavers. Every morning, he arrives early at the Dominion Creek claim, surveying the site like a general preparing for battle. The A60 trucks, enormous and imposing, sit ready to haul the next load of pay dirt. Parker walks the operation line by line, checking each machine, each team member, and each pile of gravel. He knows that in gold mining, even a small mistake can turn into a major disaster. Efficiency, safety, and timing are critical. He reviews the previous day's output, looking for areas where gains can be made and mistakes avoided. The crew, exhausted from weeks of grueling work, looks to Parker for guidance. Every decision he makes impacts not just production, but the morale of the team. They have faced freezing temperatures, mechanical failures, and long hours with little rest, yet they remain committed. Parker motivates them not with speeches, but by example. He works alongside them, analyzing the site, inspecting machinery, and adjusting workflows to get maximum output. His hands-on approach keeps everyone on the same page, ensuring that even under extreme pressure, the operation continues. Monitoring. Parker's strategy involves using the massive A60 trucks to transport material efficiently to the wash plants. But with one truck recently out of commission, the team must work even harder to maintain pace. Every hour of delay affects the ability to meet weekly targets. Parker carefully coordinates the schedule, ensuring that each truckload is used efficiently and that the crews rotate to avoid fatigue. Operating the A60 trucks is a skill in itself. These machines are unlike any standard mining vehicle, requiring precise handling to avoid accidents. James CTS, the greenhorn miner, is still learning the ropes. He faces steep learning curves and high pressure, but under Parker's guidance, he gradually becomes proficient. Every load he hauls is a test of patience and skill. One wrong move could not only damage the truck, but also endanger his life and the entire operation. Parker constantly reminds him of the importance of careful operation,
but also encourages calculated risk-taking to maintain output. Mechanical failures are a constant threat. The recent breakdown of one of the trucks was a reminder of how fragile even the most massive equipment can be under stress. Parker and his mechanics worked tirelessly to inspect and maintain every part of the trucks. The hydraulic systems, brake lines, and drive shafts are checked daily. Preventative maintenance is as critical as the mining itself. Any overlooked issue could snowball into a full-scale shutdown, costing thousands of dollars and tons of potential gold. Weather also plays a massive role in the challenges Parker faces. Dominion Creek is not forgiving. Freezing temperatures, snow, and ice create treacherous conditions for both men and machinery. The trucks must operate on icy roads, over frozen gravel, and through snowdrifts, all while carrying massive loads. Parker's team builds temporary ice bridges and ramps to allow safe passage. Every move is calculated, and every route is carefully planned to prevent accidents. The natural environment is relentless, and the crew must respect it to survive and succeed. Despite the extreme challenges, there are moments of reward. When a truckload of paydirt finally reaches the wash plant, the team watches anxiously as it goes through the processing cycle. The gold is separated, washed, and counted. Every speck of gold is a victory, a tangible result of weeks of hard work and planning. These moments motivate the crew to push harder, knowing that their effort has a direct impact on the season's success. Parker's approach is not just about moving dirt and finding gold. It's about strategy. He constantly evaluates data from previous seasons, mapping the claim, and using modern technology to optimize operations. Drone surveys, GPS mapping, and historical records all play a role in his planning. Even the placement of wash plants is carefully considered to reduce haul distances and increase efficiency. Every aspect of the operation is analyzed and improved, reflecting Parker's meticulous attention to detail and relentless pursuit of excellence. The pressure mounts as the season progresses. With only a limited number of functioning trucks, Parker must make difficult decisions. One of the wash plants is temporarily shut down due to limited resources, and the remaining machinery is pushed to its limits. Parker watches carefully, knowing that the margin for error is shrinking. The team works 24/7, taking shifts, monitoring machines, and maintaining safety standards. The workload is immense, but the potential reward makes it worthwhile. Every ounce of gold counts, and every decision could be the difference between success and failure. Morale is a constant challenge. Fatigue, stress, and setbacks take a toll on the crew. Parker maintains a delicate balance between pushing the team for results and ensuring they remain safe and motivated. He communicates openly with the crew, praising successes and addressing mistakes. Even small victories, like a successful truckload or a smooth wash plant operation, are celebrated. These moments of achievement keep spirits high and remind everyone of the ultimate goal, hitting the 8,000-ounce target for the season. The financial stakes are enormous. Every day the operation incurs costs for fuel, equipment maintenance, wages, and logistics. A single breakdown can cost tens of thousands of dollars in lost productivity. Parker is acutely aware of this, which is why every decision, from overloading trucks to shutting down a wash plant, is carefully calculated. Risk management is just as important as mining itself. The success of the season depends on balancing speed, efficiency, and equipment longevity. As the operation continues, Parker constantly adapts to changing conditions. New strategies are implemented based on gold yield, machine performance, and environmental factors. The long cut continues to produce uneven results, and Parker must adjust the hauling schedule to maximize output. Trucks are rerouted, crews are reassigned, and machinery is maintained to ensure smooth operation. It is a constant cycle of planning, executing, and adjusting. Every ounce of gold recovered is a testament to Parker's leadership and the crew's dedication. Weeks of planning, extreme effort, and high-risk decisions culminate in tangible results. But Parker knows that the season is far from over. With only half of the 8,000-ounce target achieved, every decision in the coming weeks is critical. The pressure to maintain pace, avoid breakdowns, and maximize output continues to mount. The A60 rock trucks remain central to Parker's strategy. Their massive capacity allows for faster hauling, but also increases the stress on the machines. Parker's decision to push them beyond manufacturer limits is a gamble, but it is a calculated one. He balances risk with reward, knowing that the faster the dirt moves, the faster the gold is recovered. Every truckload is carefully monitored, and every machine is maintained to avoid catastrophic failure. Parker also focuses on his team's development. Greenhorns like James CTS are trained under extreme conditions, learning not only how to operate machinery, but also how to adapt to challenges and work as a cohesive unit. Parker understands that a skilled, motivated team is essential to overcoming obstacles and achieving success. Every crew member has a role to play, and their combined effort determines the operation's outcome. As the weeks progress, Parker's team continues to work tirelessly. Every day is a battle against time, machinery, and the unforgiving elements. The weather shows no mercy. Snowstorms sweep through the area without warning, covering equipment and roads in thick layers of ice. The cold bites through gloves and jackets, and even the strongest heaters struggle to keep the camp warm. Despite these conditions, Parker pushes his crew forward. The goal is always clear: maximize gold output and keep production on track. Each morning begins with a briefing. Parker gathers the crew, reviewing the previous day's results, discussing any equipment issues, and planning the day's hauling operations. He emphasizes precision and coordination. The A60 trucks are moved in carefully orchestrated sequences to avoid bottlenecks. The wash plants are adjusted to handle varying amounts of paydirt, and the team works to ensure that no ounce of gold is wasted. Every task, no matter how small, contributes to the overall efficiency of the operation. Greenhorns like James CTS are gaining experience quickly. Under Parker's watchful eye, they learn not just how to operate massive machinery, but how to anticipate challenges and react quickly under pressure. James struggles at first, fumbling controls and misjudging distances, but Parker's guidance helps him improve. Soon he is hauling truckloads of pay dirt with confidence, though every load remains a test of focus and skill. Mistakes are costly in both time and money, so attention to detail is drilled into every team member. Mechanical maintenance becomes a full-time operation. With trucks being pushed beyond their recommended limits, components wear
faster, and breakdowns become more likely. Parker works closely with his mechanics, inspecting hydraulic lines, brake systems, and drive shafts daily. Any sign of wear is addressed immediately to prevent catastrophic failures. This proactive approach keeps the operation moving, though it requires constant vigilance and long hours from both mechanics and miners alike. Even with careful planning, setbacks occur. One morning, an A60 truck experiences a hydraulic leak, halting its movement halfway between the long cut and the wash plant. Parker acts quickly, rerouting other trucks to maintain flow while mechanics repair the damage. The team works with a sense of urgency, aware that every hour lost impacts their weekly gold target. It is a test of both skill and endurance, and the crew rises to the occasion. The unpredictability of gold yield adds another layer of complexity. Some areas of the long cut produce rich pay dirt, while others yield barely any gold at all. Parker constantly monitors the quality of gravel being hauled, adjusting his strategy based on results. Trucks are moved to more productive sections, and the wash plants are calibrated to handle fluctuations in pay dirt. Every ounce counts, and Parker's strategic adjustments are key to maintaining momentum. Morale is a constant concern. The crew is exhausted, and the relentless schedule takes a mental and physical toll. Parker addresses this by fostering teamwork and recognition. He celebrates small victories like a successful truckload or an efficient wash plant run to remind the crew that their hard work is paying off.
He also encourages open communication, allowing team members to voice concerns and suggest improvements. This approach keeps morale from slipping even under extreme conditions. The stakes continue to rise as the season moves forward. With only half of the 8,000-ounce goal achieved, Parker knows that the next weeks are critical. Equipment failures, weather delays, or inefficient operations could jeopardize the entire season. He doubles down on monitoring every aspect of the operation, ensuring the trucks, wash plants, and crews are coordinated for maximum efficiency. Every decision is calculated, balancing risk with the potential reward. Parker also focuses on logistics beyond the mining site. Fuel supplies, spare parts, and backup equipment are managed meticulously. Delays in any of these areas could halt production. Trucks must be refueled and maintained without interrupting hauling schedules. Mechanics must have parts ready for unexpected breakdowns. Everything is interconnected, and Parker understands that smooth operations off-site are just as important as efficiency on-site.
Calculated risks, including overloading trucks slightly beyond their limits, start to pay off. However, he remains cautious, knowing that one mistake could undo weeks of progress. The crew faces constant challenges. Snowstorms, frozen ground, and equipment failures test their endurance. Trucks occasionally slip on ice, forcing emergency maneuvers to prevent accidents. Hydraulic systems freeze, requiring creative solutions to keep machines operational. Every challenge is met with determination as the team works together to overcome obstacles. Parker's leadership ensures that even under extreme pressure, everyone remains focused on the goal. As the weeks progress, Parker begins to implement new strategies to improve efficiency further. He optimizes truck routes, adjusts the placement of wash plants, and reallocates crew members to maximize output. Technology plays a role as well, with GPS mapping and drone surveys helping to identify the most productive areas of the claim. Parker's combination of experience, strategy, and technology keeps the operation moving forward. Despite improvements, setbacks continued to occur. Equipment failures, extreme weather, and low gold yields test the team's resilience. Parker remains vigilant, constantly monitoring every aspect of the operation. He emphasizes safety, efficiency, and teamwork, knowing that success depends on the coordinated efforts of the entire crew. Every ounce of gold recovered is a testament to their hard work and dedication. The final weeks of the season are a race against time. Parker pushes the operation to maintain maximum output, balancing the risk of overloading trucks with the need to meet production targets. Crews work long hours, often in freezing temperatures and challenging terrain. The A60 trucks move massive loads of pay dirt, and the wash plants operate at full capacity. Every decision, from routing trucks to maintaining equipment, is critical. As the season comes to a close, Parker reflects on the challenges faced and the lessons learned. The operation has been tested by mechanical failures, weather, and logistical obstacles, but the crew's dedication and Parker's leadership have kept the season on track. The gold recovered is a testament to their resilience, skill, and strategic planning.
Finally, the last truckload is processed and the season's total gold tally is revealed. The crew gathers to witness the result, a combination of relief and pride on their faces. Parker thanks everyone for their hard work, acknowledging the sacrifices and efforts made over months of intense labor. The operation has faced countless obstacles, but through determination, strategy, and teamwork, they have succeeded. The season serves as a reminder of the challenges and rewards of gold mining. It highlights the importance of leadership, strategy, and teamwork in achieving success under extreme conditions. Parker's decision-making, combined with the skill and dedication of his crew, has turned a season filled with potential disaster into a story of resilience and triumph. Even after the season ends, the lessons learned will influence future operations.
Equipment maintenance, crew management, and logistical planning are now more refined, and the team is better prepared for future challenges. Parker's approach demonstrates that with careful planning, calculated risks, and relentless determination, even the most challenging gold mining operations can achieve success.
4 straight months, pushing themselves to the limit. Every day, the team battles the challenges of hauling pay dirt over long distances, moving massive amounts of material, and trying to maintain efficiency.